Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, the greatest impressionist alive, Hampton Ridge.
Hello, everybody. How is everyone doing tonight?
I'm fine.
Great. Who here likes impressions? I said, who here likes impressions?
Are we really going to do this?
Oh, looks like we got a heckler, ladies and gentlemen. Where'd you learn to whisper? A helicopter? I don't go down to your job and slap the cock out of your mouth.
I don't suck. I'm a pharmaceutical sales rep. I migraine medication.
I knew it had something to do with head. Ooh, feel the burn. I'm the comeback king.
I think I'm just gonna go. I was supposed to meet a girl here, and it's weird.
Oh yeah? Did you meet her online?
I did. Been talking to her for a month now. She invited me to come to see the greatest impressionist alive, Hampton Ridge.
That's me, Hampton Ridge, the greatest impressionist alive. Let me ask, have you ever met her before?
Not in person.
Oh, then she was probably a guy pretending to be a girl that tricked you into coming to my show.
Oh, because I suck. Yeah, no. Seriously, I think she just got cold feet or something.
You sure about that, Bill?
How do you know my name?
The same reason that I know you always wanted to be an astronaut, but you don't like enclosed spaces. Not gonna work out too well in a rocket ship.
Wait a minute. Did Joanna put you up to this? Wow. Okay. All right, that's a good one. All right, you got me. Where you at, babe? Come on out. Joanna, where you at? Joanna? Wait. Are you Joanna?
You mean pudding lips? Here in the flesh. That's why I told you I'm Hampton Ridge, the greatest impressionist alive.
That's not an impression, that's catfishing.
What is catfishing other than an impression?
We had sexted so many. I sent you pictures of I put a little hat on them because you wanted. Why would you do this?
Because I'm Hampton Ridge, the greatest impressionist
Alive. You're a sick pervert, and I'm out of here. I gotta pay my tab first. Wait a minute. I'm in hell, aren't I?
Oh yeah, you died in an accident on the way to the club. And down here in hell, I do 3 shows a night.
Damn.
Now who likes impressions?
I don't.
All right, this one is Christopher Walken buying a pizza. Hey, pizza place, how you doing? I bought a cold pizza one time, and it hurt my teeth.
The seat get in
And I was like, oh no, these should be hot.
Abe Lincoln?
yeah.
Why are you here?
Well, I am here for hookers and being a lawyer.
No, I meant at this show.
Oh, it's still better than the last one I went to.
It's not.
Good evening. This is the news. On Instagram, Kevin Bacon celebrated the end of the actors' strike by recreating the iconic dance from Footloose. Also, Nickelodeon execs were happy to go back to work and recreate his role from The Woodsman.
It's a deep cut there. A Californian middle school student was banned from all sports after he was accused of blackface from putting on too much eye black for his football game. We have a video. You be the judge.
All my life, I've only been able to think about one thing. White women!
Seems reasonable.
Yeah. I'd ban him too.
Reasonable.
At 73 years of age, singer Barry Manilow has finally come out as homosexual. I feel like I knew that already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that a shocking turn of events for anybody, or?
I'm shocked. Oh. It turns out it's not just the music that was gay. I didn't realize there was more there.
There's the punchline. We were waiting.
I didn't realize.
But you're right, though. Wait, it turns out it was him and his music. Maybe. Annoyingly outspoken and blue-haired woman soccer player Megan Rapinoe says getting injured during her final game is proof that God does not exist. I would argue that her being out of the public spotlight is proof that he does. Welcome to Normal World. I'm Dave Landau.
I'm quarterback Garrett.
And with us always is Angela.
Hi.
There she is.
Glad to be here.
How are you?
Good.
And our guest, he's one of the hosts of True Drink Minimum, stand-up comedian, international stand-up comedian. Please welcome Pantelis.
Hola. Is that how it's pronounced? Rapinoe?
Rapinoe.
I thought it was rape. Oh, no. Yours is way better. Your way is way more reasonable. Yeah.
It depends how your ears feel.
Well,
I mean, there's no reason to not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what. I
don't think anybody would, though, with her.
I don't know. Maybe I think it's. I hear it's more about power, but I do. I do it to finish.
By the way, we did just want to mention that we are going to be out next week for Thanksgiving celebration.
Speaking of giving thanks.
Yes, we're going to be offending our own families. So
Yes.
that's us dressed as pilgrims who slaughtered whatever was here first. Mexicans, I think.
You think they were here first? Psh, please.
Nah.
Aliens.
Yeah, probably
sure.
something.
Yeah.
They are
Dinosaurs.
aliens.
It was dinosaurs and aliens.
There are aliens. It's official. Just no one cares anymore because they keep hurting us with other stuff like the economy and viruses. How is Canada? You're in Canada.
it's going to hell.
Yeah, it's bad, right?
Yeah, it's bad. Our prime minister's losing it. The economy's tanking. We don't produce anything. Interest rates are all-time high. So it's going great.
How's he doing with his blackface?
He's doing fine. No more blackface. His wife recently left him.
Oh, really?
Because of the blackface or?
Unrelated, no.
Unrelated. Wow.
No, she went and hooked up with a doctor.
Good for her.
You can't. It's not easy to get doctors in Canada.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Ones
The
that won't kill
socialized
you.
medicine, you got to wait a while.
Yeah. So she was tired of waiting. I'm gonna suck my way through the emergency room.
She just needed a transplant. Just
So now the economy's tanking. People are actually suffering.
Really?
it really sucks, dude. I love
Kind of
Canada.
everywhere. You know, we throw shade on other countries like Canada, but really you go, oh yeah, our country also really sucks.
No, everything sucks.
Oh, our country
everything sucks.
I'm lucky because I'm in Quebec. So at least, even though the Canadian economy's not doing well, Quebec, we have culture. They like the arts. They love comedy. It's a good cultural place. The French really kept the arts up. So I'm lucky for that. But in general, the country, man, they don't know what they're doing. Yeah, they can't run it.
It was so clean when I was there, though. You have like everywhere. It was like, oh, this place looks really nice, and above it is a whorehouse that looks really
Yeah,
nice.
Montreal, dude, Quebec is
Culture.
great.
Like clean, like a Starbucks clean.
Yeah.
Like, it was incredible how like everything was tidy, even though it could be the dirtiest thing, but it was also across from like the cleanest. It was crazy.
Yeah, that's really what it is. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, shit's so dirty here is like Gavin Newsom has to like quickly clean up his room before a freaking Chinese come over.
Dignitaries.
He's like, quick, clean up all of the homeless people.
Did he just kill a bunch of homeless? So
What did he do with them?
I think he sent them to Paul Pelosi's house so he could pay them for gay sex.
Wow.
do you guys have the skinny on that? What happened finally with that?
With Paul Pelosi?
Yeah.
I just think he enjoys sex with homeless escorts, but that's a theory. He also likes
Allegedly.
hit with a hammer.
Yeah, I remember there was a hammer.
There was a hammer, and there was somebody else in that freaking room. Did you see the slow-mo footage of it?
No.
Somebody opened that door. There's Paul Pelosi, the hammer guy, and somebody that opened the door.
It wasn't his wife because she doesn't have door
You
strength.
could see it through the crack.
Usually drunk.
Yeah, you guys have a lot of conspiracies happening here. A lot of
Well,
It's all under the table, bro.
He got in a car accident with a man a little bit before.
Right.
Real.
which is rare. It's mostly women crashing. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, like it almost never happens.
Okay.
Like, you know, it's usually if you drive by any car accident, it's usually a woman driving.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, or an Indian woman. So
Very specific. That's a local joke.
it is a local joke.
That is a very local joke.
Yeah, I swear, there's a lot of. It's like, please don't let your wife behind the wheel. Wait till she gets used to the country. Let her try out a parking lot for 2 years.
Let her assimilate.
But yeah, we do. So that happened, but he was in a car accident with another man where he was secretly coming from somewhere, and then that kind of just went away. And then all of a sudden, he was just in his house getting attacked with a guy with a hammer.
Right.
Why can't you just
And then
be
she
gay?
resigned.
What's the problem? Nobody cares.
No one cares at all. But I think he wants.
Especially in San Francisco.
Yeah, come on.
In San Francisco. That's like the gay capital of the world.
Well, they're
assume.
politicians, so their house is nice. But to really get into a infested area where you can just pick up any random Joe Blow street whore is like 3 feet. So he just has to get out of his driveway and go and get some random trash.
Joe Blow is a good name for a street horse.
Joe Blow is a great.
It is a really good
when you go cruising for street
Yeah.
men for
Gigolo.
for San Francisco street meat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You meet someone named Joe Blow, you're finding what you're looking for.
Tug and John, also very good.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, how,
Advertising, really.
bring home
Tug and
Joe
John.
Blow and Tug and John, and turns out they're both straight. You're like, this is
Like, that's not what I ordered.
what? Why the names? You're like gum.
Duh.
And sailing. Gavin Newsom was criticized, though, on social media after admitting that San Francisco is nationally infamous for homelessness. But he did kind of let it slip that he did clean it up for China, which, by the way, China isn't really a nice country. They have sweatshops and child labor and dead people on the streets. It's kind of a terrible, depending on what area you're in.
Yeah.
So to really have to spiffy up San Francisco to make it... presentable for Xi Jinping is
Should have left it the
horrible.
way it was, and he'd feel like it's home.
Yeah, it would have been like, this is nice. We also, kill people in our country for
Fentanyl deaths all over the
very
streets. Yes,
nice.
it's very homely.
Yeah, very
Makes me feel
good.
safe.
We sent it to you.
Socialism. Yeah, that's great. I know.
Oh, that's our doing.
Yeah.
We've
Look at
been
that.
mailing it to you as requested for the last 3 years.
I came right through the border.
But here's a video we have.
I know folks say, oh, they're just cleaning up this place because all those fancy leaders are coming into town. That's true, because it's true. But it's also true for months and months and months prior to APEC, we've been having different conversations.
Well,
So you can clean it up when he shows up, but not before for your own people.
but did you see that he regretted saying it? Because it's true. Because the truth came out, and he's like, it's true. It's true. It's China. God damn it, I'm getting fired. That's what it felt like. He just started to regret it.
It's true because I have nowhere else to go. It's
We've been
true.
talking about other stuff.
Well, you can
or-
always-
Look, it's climate change. That's what it is. It's climate change,
You
guys.
can always
We
tell
changed the climate of these homeless people. We took them from one place. It's warmer over there.
There you go.
But you can always tell, though, like when a politician is being honest because they freeze and they don't know what to do. They're like, oh, no, I did the thing we're not supposed to do. Oops. We just gave them information that's real.
But it's live, so he's just nodding
just
his head.
like,
He's
right?
like,
And even the guy behind him's like looking at him like, what? No, man, we just killed like 90 bums.
We gave them all showers.
Remember?
The official.
Remember when we brought them into we told them they could all get a free dinner?
and a shower, and it was a gas chamber. You remember that?
Remember?
Like 3 hours ago, Gavin.
Remember lukewarm bullets?
I killed a child with my bare hands, Gavin.
I watched the light go out of his eyes.
I didn't even have to. You said I could let that one live, but I just did it for me.
None of this was necessary. We could have just brought Xi Jinping somewhere else. This was a terrible idea.
There's a lot of land actually in California that's not being used. We could have just brought him there.
him there.
He doesn't know
Beautiful
it's not
land.
San Francisco. We drowned all those people.
There's just bodies floating.
Bay.
What is
just
that?
emulating Xi Jinping, because that's what they do when we go over there. They like curate all of the streets and they don't let you go anywhere you're not supposed to. And they're like, no asking questions.
Isn't that more North Korea? North Korea does
It's also North Korea, yeah.
You know,
They're very
Malice,
similar.
when he was on 2 Drink Minimum, he talked about it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude, it was crazy.
Well, it's
crazy.
horrible
curate
what they've done.
They curate the entire experience while you're there.
Dude, how the fuck do you even manage convincing so many people to play along and no one, while you're walking, doesn't grab you and they're like, please help me.
Yeah, take me
Save
away
me.
from here.
It's because they're all brainwashed too. It's
Fear.
crazy. It's like
Fear.
a cult. Yeah.
Well, that's the problem. Is it's a free country, but we've chosen to be manipulated by these people and let it be dragged into. There shouldn't be that many homeless to begin with. Like, it just shouldn't happen. How many of them are veterans? How many of them are people that have been screwed by this system? How many people have been screwed since COVID? And then this guy's coming in, and then he just looks at them like, oh, remember our love and liberal, like, horse shit that we fed everybody? Like, we got to clear that out for a little while. Like, let's dress them as prisoners and float them in the bay so it looks like they were all escaping Alcatraz.
Right.
We're only giving money to the Ukraine.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. Well, that in Israel right now, because that's the new thing. Do you see that video in Times Square where it's a big like Scantron thing? Scantron. Big screen, and it says support the Ukraine, and it fades away and it gets beaten out by support Israel. It's like that's
Really?
like in the same. I don't. It may be like a troll because we did see support urine. Like in that, I think it was the same one.
Oh, like it goes.
So somebody's out there is playing a cheeky game, and
But it hammers it down like
Yeah.
you're at a baseball game.
Yeah, the text is there, and it's like home
Like an
run
animation.
like you got to strike it while you're bowling. It was like boom, boom.
You see, like the
Support
running.
Israel.
It's like the running of the Jews from Borat. You just
Strike.
like Israel versus Ukraine.
It's so crazy. I don't even know where this money's coming from. It's all made up.
Yeah, it's
That's
all
the
fiat.
problem. Well, I mean, it's all
anyways.
you know, and it's also in the form of like weapons and everything else that we've given over the years. But I mean, we saw how that worked out when planes hit the Twin Towers. We saw how arming people really benefited us. But I mean,
arming
Israel,
and training them.
I
Yeah,
understand.
say what you will. He's
siding with Israel. Sorry, what's that?
I was gonna say Garrett's got a point. They're not good pilots. That was their big thing. Yeah.
It's training.
Well, yeah,
They had a Rambo 3 movie all about it.
that's true.
They really supported them in that
Basically,
movie.
the Indian women of the air.
They are.
Truly.
Yeah.
See, thank you, Angela. You know how they drive. And I've been in the car with Angela, and she's a pretty good female driver.
Stop.
One of the
female
best.
list, I'd give her 8 out of 10. On the male list, I'd give her a 3.
We have to say something on air now. I don't know if anybody's ever mentioned it. Dave Landau has the best voice.
Thank you.
I agree.
Right? You could do cartoons. You could do voiceovers.
I choose to do very little.
Has anyone ever said that?
Yeah, no, they have. I've
Such
done a
good
few voiceovers. I actually I made some good money in commercials for a minute.
Such a good.
I could see that, yeah.
Yeah, and then you jump on a conservative show and no one calls.
What's up with that?
But I appreciate that.
You got skills
It's
over
coming
here.
from you because I love your voice.
Oh, you have a great way. It's so good. Yeah. I even before when you were just starting off the show, I was like, can I say this or is it going to seem really gay? But it's a good voice.
Hey, look, I don't care how it seems.
It's still pretty gay, but it's
compliment's a
a
compliment.
It's honest. It's a good
Look,
voice.
sometimes I need a good night's sleep, and tonight I'm going to get one. I'm probably going to end up with throat cancer in 3 weeks now. It's just the way God works with
Been
it.
eating out Catherine Zeta-Jones or whatever.
Yeah, oh, I wish. Fine deal.
Bad pussy.
Is that what it
It's
was?
a good trade-off. That's honestly a good trade-off.
Or was that
He has the
just a
money.
rumor?
Fix it.
Oh, no, that was what it was. But did you ever hear Gilbert Godfrey go on for 10 minutes of what he would...
Yeah. R.I.P., man.
He's even on Anthony's show just saying, like, I would get spina bifida if I could just eat her. So,
As what?
Then he got sick and died too.
Yeah.
So he may have. We don't know.
he could have. He was such a funny dude. He was on that show once, and when I was on it, Anthony, and I was crying. Like, just, I couldn't contain myself. He may have been the funniest human alive, I think.
He was hilarious.
Yeah, there was just nobody.
Legendary.
Nobody. Catherine Zeta-Jones, she's very, I guess she's got the HPV.
Does
I
she?
don't know what she had, but
Is that a thing?
she killed Michael Douglas.
Well, at least his mouth.
Uh,
He's still around.
He's still alive, isn't
yeah, but half of him is like he can't talk and
Yep.
he's sad all the time.
he? Oh, man.
He does look sad all the time.
Well, that's just
I wouldn't be. I'd be like, yeah, I got a bunch of money, and
Catherine Zeta-Jones.
You know who's still hot and hasn't poisoned anyone with her vagina? Salma Hayek.
I was about to say that as well. This is the second time we brought Salma Hayek up on the show.
Gorgeous. Always been gorgeous.
From Dusk Till Dawn is easily one of my favorite movies, and it's just because of a 5-minute scene.
Yeah. She's great. Yeah.
Angela, your take?
Love it. Love the snake. Love the pour the alcohol down the foot into the mouth of a Quentin Tarantino.
Yep.
Yes.
Love it.
You know Tarantino wrote that in, where he's like, I think there should be this foot scene with Salma Hayek, and I should play your brother.
Yeah. Okay.
You're like, you're such a... everything.
Cock gun?
You and feet.
Yeah.
Cock gun he has.
He kept making her redo the take. I think we got it. No, we're done.
He keeps
One more. I think I've almost got it.
keeps choking. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know what it is. Let's just do this 11 more times. And they're like, seriously, Quentin, we have to be professional.
Move on.
It is a thing now, dude. We're going to get in trouble.
The boa constrictor is actually going to hurt her at this point. It's been a while. Yeah, I like that movie, though.
It's a great movie.
You know what I like to watch movies in?
What's that?
Miracle Made Sheets.
Mm-hmm.
And winter's here. And for me, that means struggling to find the right temperature while I sleep. And sometimes struggling while I sleep, depending on who's in my room. I recently found a way to stay that perfect temperature all night long using silver-infused bed sheets by Miracle Made. Inspired by NASA.
That's right.
Self-cooling properties. Very cool. For better quality sleep. Using silver-infused fabrics. Again, inspired by NASA. And Jack Nicholson, because he's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
Pretty cool guy.
Yeah. Sometimes you keep your house a little hot, you know? And then you get in bed and you put those covers on and then you're too hot.
Yeah, you lay with somebody who likes it warm.
Right.
And you're cold. Then you got night sweats.
Nobody wants night sweats.
No.
You can avoid that.
Yeah.
With the Miracle Made sheets.
Get them. I like them. They're comfy. What are you waiting for? And it's a great gift. So whether you celebrate Christmas or whatever it is, whatever other goofy thing.
Kwanzaa?
Yeah.
Give your family sheets.
The sheets are infused. They're 99.7% of the bacteria just slides right off. It's like, what happened to all my germs?
They're gone.
Where are they? They took a hike. They're on the floor.
They're inspired by NASA and they flew the fuck away.
That's right.
Got out of here.
So no more gross odors. So look, comfort and quality. How can you get them? Funny that you asked. You can just go to trymiracle.com/normal.
Boom.
And you will get a moving prompter. You will get free towels. We'll start with that. You'll get that's two gifts in one.
It's not changed. It's the same thing. You still get a complete towel set. That's a towel, a wash rag, and a hand towel.
Yeah, you get three. That's Trace.
Just like Jesus.
That's right. You get all.
That's right.
It is honestly.
It's a miracle.
Exactly. So please go there. trymiracle.com/normal. Again, you do not get the girl. This is not Wayfair. We want to say that every time. Totally different company. But, you know, I guess, well, I mean, maybe you do since Newsom cleaned up San Francisco. They had to go somewhere.
There might be some wayward homeless.
So to try it today or gift it to someone special this holiday season. And we've got listeners who will save over 40%.
Boom.
40%. That's if you use promotional code NORMAL. trymiracle.com/normal.
Man, I bet they'd make some great forts, you know?
Ooh,
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They're comfy.
Freaking bacteria wicking fort? Hell yeah.
Very comfortable sheets, very popular here in the Texas area. I saw a bunch of gentlemen yesterday. They were having some sort of campfire, all wearing these sheets, and they called me a dirty foreigner. So very popular, these sheets.
Nice. That's very cool.
Probably.
Do they have the eye holes in them?
They cut eye holes and they yelled "dirty foreigner."
Nice.
And I left.
Halloween. There
quickly.
were
They
ghosts.
seemed angry. They semed angry because they wanted to keep the sheets to themselves.
Yeah. Well, if you
Weren't
try
sharing.
to take their sheets, they get very upset.
Yeah, they had a strict.
They were burning
policy.
something and it kept them warm, but also cold at the same time.
Oh, were they having a ghost barbecue? That's what they call it.
It was a giant fire. It was a giant fire, really. Yeah.
a spook barbecue.
Like a Wickerman type of thing.
Oh my!
Remember that? Remember it was like a big stick figure and they set on fire.
Yes. I've seen the original and the Nick Cage version. That's how.
Is the original better?
I've not seen it.
I would say neither are good, but yes.
I just remember a stick figure on fire. That's what I remember.
What?
Spook too far.
Yeah. No. You're black. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it works. Hey,
Say whatever you want. I'm not.
I was talking about the ghost.
No, I realized what you meant, and then I also realized the context of what we were talking about.
It's a double entendre.
I was like, oh dear. Because there's Texas, from what I understand, I could be wrong, some racism happened here.
So that's what I was saying.
I don't know if that's...
We were barely associated with them.
Well...
We were the last ones to say we agree with this. We were lumped in. Okay.
Yeah, you guys are good.
That's what's fun about coming from the outside. I can make fun of it all day long.
Yeah, you're from Canada.
And I'm Greek.
You're Greek.
Oh, right.
I'm just like, this is ridiculous. Stop being racist.
Where were you born?
Montreal.
Okay, so you were born in Montreal. I wasn't sure if you were born. Did you go to Greece, though?
Of course, yeah.
How was Greece?
Well, it's a heavy question.
That's a good question. Yeah, it's a nice-looking place, obviously.
Beautiful place.
Gorgeous place. But is it still like civil unrest?
I mean, the economy is not that good, but I was there last year. It's not like there's no one in the streets murdering or anything like that. It's just you can't make a lot of money. So all the good big brains, they leave young and they go to other countries.
Now, all the speaking Greek euphemisms for sex, do you like that or do you not appreciate it?
Oh, I don't mind at all.
I don't get that. What does that mean?
Anal.
Anal, yeah, Greek.
Why?
Because they would go.
There's a lot of anal going on in the Greek.
Yes.
We invented it. Well, the truth is, it comes from.
You invented.
No, I don't know who invented. But
ideally, though, that is the thing.
Ideally, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Is it because of Spartans?
No,
used to have anal sex with each other.
That's not even true. That's a misconception.
Isn't it when they went out on the boats and they were like, "Boy, guys, it's been 10 minutes."
No, there's a lot of. One of them was because of all the paintings. They found a lot of vases and stuff, and there were certain ones that depicted dudes banging dudes.
Yeah.
So what they did is we thought it was just okay. Everyone's just banging each other at the time. Turns out now that it's just because they found it on certain vases and just assumed that it was global in the Hellenic world.
Yeah.
It would be the equivalent of if there's a nuclear bomb in the U.S. and you find a sex shop and you're like, yo, these Americans, they all had ball gags and they were banging. That's kind of the same thing.
But they were right, though.
They were right. That's what everyone does.
That's how archaeology works. They just find one thing and they're like, that's the whole culture.
Yeah,
That's it. Nobody has questions about it.
Yeah.
Shut
What
up.
if it's just people playing leapfrog and a very bad artist?
Yeah, they just don't have clothes on because it's a long time ago.
Just a terrible painter and everybody's based it on that. But Greek is like everything amazing. Like there's so much
It's
amazing.
the Western world.
Yeah. But everything incredible has come from there.
Yeah, I mean, democracy,
Yogurt?
real democracy.
Yeah, real democracy.
The only country that practices real democracy now is the U.S., and even you guys are having trouble.
I didn't notice. It seems to be
It's not
going
even
smoothly.
democracy, really.
Yeah, Greek, I mean...
Constitutional republic is the best way to go. It's the most fair way to go that we've come up with as a
As a culture.
as humanity, let's say. It's just that it needs to be exercised properly. And you guys have the problem with lobbyists and like different interests and not the people's interests that are taking over.
Yeah.
In Congress and the Senate. That's the only, but if it was legitimate people, best form of government.
It's all money.
Yeah.
And that's the problem, is everything's bought and paid for, so that's kind of gets them... It gets the elites to rule it.
Which is what you were trying to avoid.
Yeah, 100%.
Then they got in there with their giant tits.
Yep. And that's
And
how
they're not
they
even
got in.
real.
Oh.
They're all like balloon-like and look like sandbags.
It's all fake.
It's all fake and
It's all fake,
stretched.
Dave Landau. It's all fake out there.
It's all fake.
Oh, Matrix.
It's a Matrix. It's all simulation.
You guys ever have Elon Musk on?
We haven't. He gets back to us all the time.
Keep saying next week. Next week, guys.
We
Bro,
try-
I put it out there now. He's going to come.
I hope he does.
happened?
I would like to interview him.
I would. He could drive his Cybertruck right in here.
Yeah, I'll shoot an arrow at it.
No,
Or an addle-addle.
The offer's on the table. It's not going to do anything. What if I karate kicked it so hard that it did break, though? And you guys were all like, what? What Dave did.
Like, dang, I'm never going to buy one, but that was badass.
Yes.
that would ruin Musk's day.
Yeah, if you just destroy... Didn't he have that, though, where... He was like, this is indestructible. Then our window shattered, which is my favorite thing in the world.
Yeah, and we found out why after.
The Titanic of electric cars.
Why?
They hadn't reinforced the panel because it was supposed to be just for show. So they hadn't reinforced the panel behind the main door. So they started hitting the door first. So that weakened everything. So when they threw the thing at the window, that's why it shattered. And that's why I was like, what the hell?
That is going to be... You know the things that are going through that guy's mind as that happens on stage.
Oh, just stock dropping, and then the exact guy he's going to have murdered.
Yeah, someone got fired.
Oh, someone got buried.
Oh, yeah. And it wasn't the guy on stage. It was like the technical guy that like designed the glass or something. He's gone.
Yeah, a lot of weird accidents.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of weird ones.
I don't like electric cars, though. That's just my personal take. I just don't like how they feel or drive. I don't like Teslas.
Have you ever driven a Tesla?
I have.
They're pretty badass.
Pretty
I'm
badass.
not a fan. I get that they're fast at first, but just I don't like them.
You miss all of the feel of driving a car.
Yeah.
Like the engine,
not the
the
speed.
road, all of the haptics that give you that feel that I'm controlling a car
I
driving
don't
on a road.
feel
You don't feel any of that.
Yeah,
in
I'm with you.
Teslas.
It's not the speed that got me. It was the autopilot. Dude,
highways.
I didn't do that
I was in when it was like being autopiloted, and I kept looking over. It was Mike. It was Mike's car, and I was like, "Dude, are you sure?" He's like, "Yeah, don't worry, we got this." And it was just taking the turns on the highway by itself. So scary.
Was it? And it was just doing it?
Yeah, dude, just automatic. Yeah,
It is Total Recall.
yeah. That's what they're gearing us up for. So you can't control anything.
Dude, it wasn't because the first time they tried it, it was funny because it like immediately killed 2 people that were on a crosswalk.
Yeah.
It's like every time he tries something, it's like, all right, watch this. And then it's just, you just hear pedestrians screaming.
My thing about that though is like, anytime that happens, they kill one pedestrian.
so
I know
funny
it's
to me.
sad that people die.
They're protesters. They're
they-
big oil protesters.
They kill one pedestrian in the entire
traffic.
country, and the articles come out and there's like electric cars are killing people left, right, and center. When you like compare that to human drivers that are killing pedestrians on average in America, I'm sure it's like way higher.
Yeah, man.
There's just way more cars
Indian women.
and way more people. Exactly.
Dude, Alec Baldwin has killed more people than electric cars. Come on.
That's true. At least the same.
But you're right. They are trying to like slowly, either through evil machinations or just like the natural way that humans want to get the easiest thing. They're designing everything to take control out of your hands.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm no longer going to be driving. I'm no longer going to be going to the store to pick out my own groceries. I'm ordering it off of an app and some other person's going to pick it up. Every phone is now like restricting your options. You're using less computer. Like when I grew up, they started, there was home desktops, and then you would have all these controls and you can change everything. And sure, you'd get malware and all this shit that you have to like figure out how to not get. But now kids are just on tablets. I watched this video of a game designer, and he took his game to a convention, and he had a keyboard and a controller. And the kids didn't know what to do with the keyboard. They was like, I never touched this. I don't know what this is. So then the next day they were like, okay, we have to get controllers here because kids don't know what keyboards are. So they went and got a controller, brought it in. The kids went up to the screens and were going, because they didn't know what a controller was either.
Oh, these
So we're like,
dumb kids.
we're distancing ourselves from like control
These idiots.
in every like aspect of our life, which
I
is
feel like you're jumping
dark.
away from the real subject here. How stupid are these kids?
really dumb.
Very.
I'm-
We're not getting smarter. And I know
It's not even their fault.
People say that that's something that, no, I mean, it's just if everything's this matter of convenience and then also being able to create is way harder, you can't just build an iPhone. You have to be like
Right.
7 in Chinese.
Yeah.
And even,
True.
You know, I mean,
It's- yeah, like, we
I don't even know how to build one. I don't know how these kids
distance
are doing it.
between
Though.
the being able to do something and being able to create the thing that allows you to do that thing
It's impossible.
massive. It's impossible. If we got all of our knowledge wiped, we would never be able to make a sandwich. We'd never be able to watch TV. We'd never be able to film each other. We'd never be able to do all the things that we do because it's built upon like generations and generations of knowledge that's been passed down.
You
And
don't
if that
think
got
that
wiped,
if
we'd
it
not know
got
anything.
wiped, that we wouldn't be able to rebuild from nothing, like how
No,
we
I think
did
we could.
in the first place?
It would just take a long time to rebuild back up to that point.
Oh, it would be nearly impossible.
It would just be like it would take the amount of time it took us to make all these things.
I think the problem is if you look at human beings, the idea of having children is passing on knowledge to the next group so they have it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
The idea that there's just this monkey wrench of the internet where it's like you can Google anything that now ruins conversations doesn't.
ChatGPT, dude.
Yeah, everything is now just it's there for you. It does. It makes human beings lose a sense of purpose. There's no doubt about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
ChatGPT is even worse than Googling. You know how much of a problem Googling is? It's you're offloading your memory onto a device. So we're already cybernetic to an extent. So we're Googling answers and we go, okay, what's the answer to this? And you go find an article and then you read that article. Well, ChatGPT will then cut out all the middleman and just give you the answer. And it's whatever answer it thinks is correct. and not necessarily the actual correct one. But we're going to have enough kids that use it and just believe whatever it tells you. Because I've been messing around with it. So I was asking it questions about movies. Like, could you pull every scene from a movie that has them checking off a calendar? Because I was looking for a specific scene.
Yeah.
And it gave me this huge list of movies. And it said, in this scene, the character writes off, signs off on a calendar. And I looked into it, and it said, in the beginning of Ferris Bueller's Day Off, there's a scene where Ferris marks off the calendar to plan his day of fun. And I was like, I don't remember that.
That's not true.
So I went through the movie, and there is not a scene where he marks off a calendar. And I told it, I said, that is incorrect. There is no scene. And it goes, well, I am sorry. You are correct. There is no scene. And I was like, well, then why did you tell me there was?
Lying whore.
If you don't remember that and you just accept it, you'll just be like, yeah, there was a scene. And then we're going to have like Mandela
False
effects
memories
forever because kids are just going to believe whatever ChatGPT tells it. And ChatGPT learns from the humans that interact with it. So it's going to be just a ripple effect of.
So it's whatever people just put in there as information?
No. So it's run off of, in 2021, I believe the ChatGPT 3.4 is modeled on the internet. So it reads like everything it can possibly get. So Wikipedia articles, which are incorrect, and Smithsonian, and then it'll go to YouTube comments, and it'll go to Twitter, and it'll go to like everywhere, and it's modeled off of 2021.
So it's all crap information?
Crap information from the internet.
Yep.
And then as you're interacting with it, it takes that information as well and then adds it to its like data model. So then it's just spitting out the same crap. And over time, we're just going to end up having information that ChatGPT models are modeling off of other answers that it's gotten from ChatGPT in the past. And it's just going to...
Chatception.
It's going to be like a feedback loop.
So it's religion? I'm just kidding.
Dude.
Almost.
Boy,
I would not.
that one.
I watched a video where a guy had a conversation with Bing, which is modeled off of ChatGPT 3.4. No,
Bing?
Bing. So the shitty search engine.
Bing stuff here.
Who the hell uses Bing?
We do?
Nobody. But they've modeled Bing.
Jeeves. I'm sorry, we Jeeves.
We Jeeves.
Yeah,
we Jeeves.
I don't know what Jeeves is, but isn't Bing the...
Bing is Microsoft?
Sexual predators use Bing. Just Google.
Yeah,
Right.
Bada Bing.
Yeah.
So they've changed it. Bada Bing.
Look how you said that so matter of fact. We know he uses Bing. It's pedophiles.
You guys have to answer something for me.
Yeah.
I saw something flying in here that I can't explain. I was so tired last night coming
UFO.
in. No. This was a human thing. So the lady, at the airport, you get in the shuttle buses that take you to the rent-a-car place.
Right.
Yeah.
And I was in there with someone who was an employee from a Whataburger. And he had a conversation with the driver who was saying, oh, I know the manager because he came in for and they're talking, right? And the guy's like, yeah, they're talking about work. The thing that confused me that he was there for Whataburger is he came off a plane. He just had like a small bag in his hand. It was like a purse, but like a man purse. And he was dressed in his uniform with a hat. So the whole time I'm thinking, are they flying these employees from different, and they're dressed for the day? Whoa. It's midnight. What is happening? And I was just sitting there listening to have his conversation. The whole time in my head, I couldn't find the rational reason behind why he was dressed in his Whataburger attire to take a flight and then go to work at a Whataburger here.
What's the logistics of that? Yeah. Are they working at different Whataburgers across the country?
The airport Whataburger?
I have no idea.
What's the network between all these?
He's going to the rent-a-car place.
What the?
Yeah, I feel like you'd
Very
get dressed at
confused.
work just so you didn't have to,
It doesn't make any sense.
be humiliated.
By a Greek guy.
I'm not saying that it's humiliating, but you don't want to wear your work clothes out.
Oh, it's nothing but humiliation. I was just shocked that, are they flying him? Like, imagine you're the best burger guy, so they're flying you
They're
from
just
one
like,
place to the next.
the all-star.
You could be a burger pilot.
Explain.
I have no idea. I'm grabbing at straws here
I
because
don't know what it was, yeah.
none of it makes sense.
None of it
We
makes
live in a
sense.
weird, silly
Where they're
world.
like, listen, this guy's so good behind the register. We need him in Denver tonight. And then we're going to have to fly him out to Dallas.
Just got a call from the general manager. They needed a stat.
He's just the cleaner for all the Whataburgers where it's just like, Randy's here. And he's
He has
gonna
a briefcase.
Take out the trash. He doesn't
Opens
even
it up.
sleep.
He did complain though on the. He was telling the driver. He was saying how the problem is they keep losing good employees because they don't pay enough, so it's hard to keep them. You gotta give more money. So maybe they're paying him extra to go everywhere.
Yeah, he goes there and like leans on a counter and is like, "Boy, they sure do pay well here, right, guys? I am satisfied with my IRA."
Yeah, maybe it's like one of those Uber campaigns that we were talking about, where it's like they just pay this guy to sit in shuttles and talk about
Whataburger. And now we're talking about it, and now we're selling the burgers for them.
But don't you guys think Whataburger sounds pretty good right now?
It does.
Damn it.
I never had it.
It's good. And it's like he probably just thought like you got off a flight and looked, you might be hungry and they were still open. And he was like, yeah, you know how the Whataburgers are. Always so big and delicious. Just not enough people around to make them. Like saying it real loud while looking over his shoulder at you.
Especially at this time of the night. It tastes so much better. So
24 hours. They're always open.
Oh.
Go get one anytime you want.
Maybe you just want to have a sugar crash and try one of their delicious milkshakes. Oh, boy. They usually have the shake machine on, unlike that McDonald's.
That's right.
He's like a spirit in the movie. He's like, hello there, friend. You look rather hungry.
Weary traveler.
Yeah, I've got an idea for you.
Ghost of Whataburger future.
It is.
Could be there now.
Have you ever had 10% off a hamburger sandwich? You're like, I'm sorry, what?
Here's a coupon.
Oh, I just try it.
I'm gonna
Have a little
leave
taste.
this here.
It's like a pimp. It's like a drug dealer. Just go ahead, have some. Just a little.
Yeah,
Tell him old man Rodrigo sent you.
Go ahead, have one of my fries. You like it, don't you? Now you got a little taste. Why don't you go get your own fries?
Yeah.
Old man Rodrigo died 30 years ago.
Yeah, that would be it. Yeah. Ta-na-na, burger.
But he recommends everyone.
That's
Like,
such
it works. I don't know.
That's such a good idea to tell the cab drivers to like drop hints for what you want.
Dude.
Oh yeah,
They've probably been doing that forever and we never noticed.
that's how it was for me when it was like the gambling thing we were talking about earlier, probably before the show started, where I got in and I knew the guy was sports betting. He's like, "Have you been onto this bet thing where if you use a certain code?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not.
No.
I'm not. I don't want to gamble."
My friend, type in code Hassan.
Yeah.
50% extra you're winning.
It's like, look.
And you're like, what?
He goes, "I get cut. Everybody gets.
Guarantee.
Here's how it works. You get nothing.
Yeah.
You put money in, and one day you dangle from the closet."
He just gets aggressive. He's like, look, it's fair. You win, I get cut. You don't listen, you get cut. You listen. Yeah.
It's legal in Texas now, for the most part. What do you mean for the most part? Just give me your money.
Just trust me.
You got the card? I was like, I don't want to. I'm just looking at my phone. I'm like, I don't want to bet. Same thing though. I bet on everything. Cricket, you bet what? What do you? Come on, you like something?
Middle school football.
Cockfighting is only illegal if they are our cocks. They're international.
These are world
It's a
famous
regional
cocks.
thing.
Live stream Balkan cocks fighting.
The razors on their feet are very dull. It takes a long time
Only
to
scratch.
You know the winner before they die.
You know who to bet for.
What, you've never eaten chicken on your high horse?
Big Magnus Cockosaurus, the big one. You vote for him.
Cagasaurus versus a doodle-doo.
Yeah.
Come on, $10.
Could you imagine live stream cockfights?
Oh, dude, I don't think
Gotta
it's
be
Sure, it's
happening,
out
right?
there.
just betting on from here to Mexico.
And there's like a market, there's trades. You know?
That's what's crazy, though, is that's real.
Yeah.
Like, there are people that are alive right now who make their living, like, I need to find the strongest, best cock.
Yeah. That looks like a good cock right there.
Right there, it's a sturdy
Tough.
cock.
Girthy.
Actually,
Look at
someone
him.
came
Look at
up
those claws.
on my Instagram feed the other day that said what the strongest cock was.
Ooh.
And
That
it
could lift
wasn't-
the most weight. I think I saw
Oh,
a
man.
Like the
documentary
breed?
about this
It's like
guy.
the most.
Yeah, it was like it
toughest
showed.
breed
It
of
was like a big.
Oh.
This isn't even a joke. It was a giant black cock, and that's what they called it. It's not. That's not like that.
Don't
But
even-
it was like a whatever black rooster was like the strongest in the world.
They called him the Dark Knight.
Yeah, the darkies. It's all part of Cockfight Club.
Wow.
And it's like the one particular cock that just will wreck all other cocks.
Turns out that cock isn't real. It's just an imaginative version of you.
It could
It's
be.
like trying to beef you up, make you a better person.
It's odd, like it just reads my mind, and every morning I wake up, it's like, you've been dreaming about black cock.
And you're trying to rationalize it.
quite
You're like, no, I like animal violence, animal-related violence.
You're like, what?
It's,
No,
not, it's not like that.
it's not like that. I'm not gay. I just like when animals die.
Wait, so cockfighting right now, like one rooster survives and keeps winning? Like this guy was like a hero rooster, was like the champion?
I don't know for sure, but I imagine there's got to be like a Rocky. There's got to be like one champion, like an underdog rooster or an undercock.
Cocky, you could say.
Yeah, you got a cocky undercock, and like so that one comes out and fights, and then you got to like the loser. I imagine they kill. Yeah,
You got to eat it, right?
It's just getting sliced up by its razor feet.
It depends how serious these like Slavs are that are doing this.
Yeah.
Slavic people, because if they're really serious, they might be like, we will not eat the loser.
That's true. They're very
And
serious.
they lost. They don't have a lot of good meat on them too. They're probably a little gamey, you know.
Yeah.
You know what's not? You know what else is gamey? I heard the new Marvels movie.
The Marvels?
I was trying to avoid this fucking movie. I don't want to talk about the movie.
We saw it and we wanted to do a quick movie. Did you know about the Marvels?
Of course, I'm a Marvel guy, but I want to know how shit this movie is from him.
Yes.
So this is the worst Marvel movie, bar none. And not even because it's woke or it's got feminist stuff in it. It actually doesn't have a lot of that in it. It's just really, really bad. The story is... There's no story. It's very... It's very confusing to kind of put together. But imagine you've got several characters that you need backstory for that have their own show. So like Miss Marvel has her own show. Captain Marvel had her own movie. The Monica Rambeau doesn't have a superhero
So it's
name.
all the Marvels that are bad drivers.
It's all of the bad driving Marvels.
Okay.
And they're in one movie.
Smash.
And you're supposed to watch all those like 5 shows and movies and shit. And none of that actually pans into this movie at all.
So you could not watch
You could not watch any of the other things that any of these characters are in and watch this.
Because I don't want to watch that shit.
Yeah, don't watch it because they were also really bad. So you have to watch like 5 different shows and TV, like movies, and those products are also really bad. And then you go into this movie and it has nothing to do with that. They try to desperately get you caught up to speed on who these characters are in the first like 10 minutes. Then it just goes from scene to scene and thing to thing with like really kind of like no point. Like there's a plot, if you want to call it a plot, in it. The villain is a gender swapped villain from the comic books.
I hate hearing about it at this point.
Yeah, so the villain was a woman in the movie, but originally was supposed to be a man?
Yes.
Okay.
Same thing with
Villain.
Captain
Let's
Marvel.
Just ruin it. I don't care.
So
It's a missed opportunity for the feminists because they could have just kept the man and be like, look at how bad they are.
Right. Now you're gonna make it.
They
like,
didn't.
She's a bad boss.
So she shows up. She has a bracelet.
Drinking pumpkin spice lattes, fur boots.
She has a bracelet. Her whole object is to get a second bracelet, so to get jewelry.
Fuck, everything's about shopping. Jesus Christ.
She shows up. She opens up a portal that is unstable.
Is it a vagina?
It's a vagina in space.
Okay.
So yeah,
So it's very.
it's more like a butthole, really, because it like spits stuff out and sucks things in and spits things out.
Like a lady butt?
Space.
Sure, I'm sure it's in the Marvels. Everything is a lady in this. There's like 2 male characters in the movie, and one doesn't talk, and the other one's an idiot. So
I just want to make sure I'm picking this all.
So yeah, you're following. So she opens up a portal. Captain Marvel and black superhero chick that has no name, it touched the power portal, and that connects them. So then they switch powers because all their powers are based on light.
So wait, before these brothers start scissoring, Monica Rambeau, who's a cool character.
In the comedy, yeah, she was.
She's not cool in the movie?
She's not really... she doesn't have a point in the movie. She's there just to kind of be there. She like spouts this technobabble stuff. Like there's a part where there's a and this is at the end. Spoiler alert if you care. At the end, they defeat the villain in like 2 seconds.
Obviously.
Literally, I was in the movie theater and I went like this to text, and then I looked up and they defeated the villain. I was like, oh, this is the end. Oh wow. So there's a purple butthole / vagina in space.
Right.
And Monica Rambeau is like, that's a non-Newtonian quantum portal that is held together by thoughts and feelings.
Shut up, nerd.
And that she does like 5 times in the movie, where she just like spouts all this really like women in STEM kind of knowledge. And that's really her only point. Otherwise, you could cut her out. And Nick Fury is also in it, and he is a clown the entire time.
Is it Samuel L. Jackson?
It's Samuel L. Jackson, but it's like clown version of Samuel L. Jackson, where he's like, literally, this is his side plot. There's a beeline story in the movie that you could cut out that would change nothing, where he's herding cats.
I'm tired of all these motherfucking cats in this motherfucking spaceship.
Literally. That's
Cats on a plane.
I bet there's a take where he said that shit. Because he's like, there's cats on here, and they're not just cats, they're like squid cats, and they eat people. And the spaceship, for whatever reason, is like gonna explode or something, and they have to evacuate everybody, and they can't evacuate everybody because there's not enough space on the evacuation pods, which doesn't make any sense. It should be, like design flaw there. So they're like, let's get the cats to eat everybody, because inside of the cats there's like a never-ending void, so you can like eat somebody and then you can spit them back out and they're fine. Stupid.
How is this written? Like, you're just sitting there and you're like...
It's written by a 7-year-old girl.
Yeah, like, all you're doing is like hitting a wall, and you're like, well, wait, how do we fix that? You're like, the people who are bad are filled with gasoline, so cats eat them. And they're like, I like that. It's perfect.
Put that down.
No reason we should second guess this.
It's like they didn't realize they had Sam Jackson, one of like our favorite and one of the best actors
ever.
He's beloved. He's amazing. And it's like, yeah, let's not give him anything good.
No.
Yeah, the problem is his best work in the last 4 years has been a Visa commercial.
That's true.
And I mean that with love. I love Samuel L. Jackson.
Can I just say something? You know why? Because he deserves it. That's why. Because he's done so much for us. He's given us so many classic films, so many classic lines. He's like, you know what? I'm going to fucking cash in. Marvel wants to pay me to herd CGI cats. Go ahead.
He got his break kind of late in life, and he loved that his dad worked every single day of his life, and that's what he does. I have immense respect for that dude.
Yeah, I love
Got a good work ethic. He stuck it through this movie.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, he's a professional.
I mean, I'm sure he's sitting there at this one seeing how many great movies he's made, and he's just like, oh boy. Like,
yeah,
that's why they just gave him his sides so he couldn't see the whole film. They're like, just read your stuff.
It does seem like in his
no
scenes,
way.
There's a script off camera that he's reading. Like he's like, yeah, get these cats and have them eat all of the people on the ship.
They're like, let's do one more take, and he's like, no.
Like, nah.
That would be the best. Yeah,
There's the catering table. Can you point me to the donuts, please?
You put your eye patch back on. He's like, no.
No.
By the way, I don't know if you guys know, but the Blaze has a movie out right now that is about a blind superhero, I think.
Daredevil?
Yes, it's called The Blind. True story of the Robertson family. It's available now. It's actually The Hunting Blind, obviously, and it's on BlazeTV. Maybe you've made a mess of your life. I don't know anybody who's done that. Maybe I'm sitting in it right now. Maybe someone you love is in a dark place. Holy shit!
Wow.
It's called the Dave Landau story. Maybe all of the above.
They're in a dark place because they're blind.
Yeah. That's a good point. Where are they going to be in the light? Get a piano and stop it. If you or someone you know feels beyond redemption for real, and you need to watch this movie, you'll see that there's always hope. But today, you can get it at blazetv.com/theblind for $19.99. That's blazetv.com /theblind. And it's a movie that you can purchase, own. You can go there directly instead of having to go through Amazon. Jeff Bezos doesn't need any more money. Just go right here. I'm not saying don't support him on that platform either, but, go here and you can see this wonderful story of this blind hunter and his wife.
Can we take a moment to talk about how cool this is? They're making movies here.
That's kind of cool.
Dude,
This is a good spot. Yeah.
Don't go watch the next garbage that's coming from Disney. Go watch that.
Yeah, this
100% is going to be better.
Isn't like Talk to Me we were talking about earlier is a movie I saw, a horror movie made for very little.
Yeah.
Great. I thought it was great. Like everything that I see that has any sort of artist behind it is really just coming out strong now with a very little budget, where you see this and it's like, we only made $47 million. And like you were saying, it's like, yeah, because you have a $300 million budget.
Right.
Why?
It's so stupid.
You make $300 million and you form crap. It's like, give me 1/600th of it and we'll create something really good.
Yeah.
Or at least that you'll go, it was better than that.
At least you won't break the bank.
No.
You'll maybe break even, so everyone's getting paid, no one's losing money. But I think it took companies like this to realize and be like, let's just give money to the art. Let's make the artist make the art.
Yeah.
And not focus on the rest of that nonsense.
That's the problem, is it's not the artist making the art. It's
a committee. It's a algorithm. it's this giant machine. Like that's what my problem with Marvel altogether. I started to get out of it like phase 2, and then it got me back in because like they were wrapping it up with the Thanos thing and all that.
Cool.
And it was doing really well, and it was like at peak, and everybody loved it. And it was this massive machine that just had to keep putting stuff out. Well, it was good for a while, and now there was kind of after Endgame, there was nowhere to go. So but they still had to make stuff. So then they were like, okay, make some TV shows, and those were shit. And they were like, make a couple of movies. Black Widow, even though she's dead already, let's make a movie, and that was shit. And then they make another movie, and that's like every movie in these last 2 phases have been really bad because they've had nowhere to go. It's been this massive machine that just has to keep churning out crap. Like they should have just taken a break.
Yeah.
Waited, planned out what they were going to do.
There's ways to do hero stuff. I just started watching a show that I guess is fairly old called The In-Between. Not fairly old, but a few years old. About a hitman with a daughter. It's like a dark comedy. It's phenomenal.
Really?
I just saw that too.
Yeah, dude, it's
Prime.
great. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great, dude.
I like that guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hideous man.
I want to watch
That's the part where I'm like, the only part that I don't believe is you got a girlfriend or had a kid with a woman.
I was saying the same thing.
It's like if you took Steve Buscemi and Willem Dafoe and mashed them together to make a person.
Yeah, he looks like a potato that a kid put 2 chiclets in for teeth.
Yes.
And drew eyes on.
And yeah, when he smiles, he's just like a jack-o'-lantern, and he looks like someone who's just there to kill you.
Yeah.
Like the fact that any part of the show they don't think they're gonna get hurt. It's like they don't send this guy because he's not gonna hurt you. This guy's had a terrible life with his face, but a really good show.
Very good show.
Yeah, but it's an interesting show because it challenges the idea: is violence necessary at times? And I think it is personally.
Yeah.
And that kind of gives you this idea of like even involving bullying. Like there's even in the first episode, like. And it's this juxtaposition that I think we all have, where there's the good part of you, the angry part of you, everything, like the thing you have to do, the love you have for your daughter, but like there's a reality in the character where it's like not everybody's this like lovable loser. Like he's a good guy, but he's also very aware that he's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I kind of like that, where it's like, yeah, he's a good guy to his daughter, but I think he knows that he's not a great human being.
And everyone else knows it. They don't like him either. He's not like the likable character. Like, everyone loves you. He's kind of hated.
Because he's just blunt. And sometimes that's a part of honesty. It's just bluntness, and people don't like that. And that's what I like about the character, though. Is it's like the first character that's, I think, is a hitman grounded in some kind of realism. Because it's not like these brutal, violent deaths. It can be as simple as just like shoving a dude off a balcony, you know. But it was just brutal and violent, but it's not over the top. It it's inside of this world of gangsters.
Mystery in Between, very good show.
Yeah,
I want to see The Killer, the new David Fincher movie.
I have not.
I watched it. I gotta tell you, I was not pleased with it.
Oh no!
It's really good up until the end, I think.
Okay, I'm gonna watch it tonight.
I wanted to watch it, but no, I just had a feeling.
You should just watch Beau's Afraid. I keep telling you.
I'm gonna watch Beau's Afraid. I have it set up. I just need 3 hours though.
Well,
is it a long movie?
It's long, but he flies by, man.
I want to watch it.
It's great.
Because so far, but I found that show because I was gonna actually watch The Killers, and then that popped up, and I was like, "This looks interesting," and it's a half hour, so I watched it. I was like, "This is great." The trailer for The Killers just doesn't look appealing to me for some reason.
And one thing about The Killer is that this guy, Michael Fassbender, is obsessed with Morrissey and the Smiths.
The band?
Yeah. And all you hear like every Smith song ever performed in the movie. Yeah.
Morrissey is huge with the Hispanic population, I think.
And murderers.
What?
Really?
Is it? And apparently killers. Yeah, they're huge. I think it's Hispanics that Morrissey's huge with, like massively.
I thought it was the Goths.
Interesting.
Oh, no. Morrissey is a different person.
I was like, really?
Are we thinking of Enrique Iglesias?
I'm thinking Menudo.
The Lost Lonely Boys.
Morrissey's actually a guy I co-wrote a book with, did his biography, and then my book still hasn't come out because I'm being a pussy about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's story of my life, and
I would love this.
I know.
At least that.
And we have people here who have read it and are like, "What are you doing?
What are you doing? What's wrong with you?"
It's a lot to unpack.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those stories where it's like once it's out, it's out.
Gotcha.
I changed the names. But like my friend Brian, he's like, "What'd you call me?" I was like, "Ryan."
I think you just said Brian now.
Yeah. Well, he knows. It's like, but
when you do the audiobook, you have to read it.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
You have to
Got a
absolutely
great
read
voice.
Thank you. I wrote the book 3 years ago during COVID.
Does it start with like a hook? Like, I was raped by Vince McMahon. You're like, what? I gotta hear this.
Did someone send you the book? Well, it's Champ McMahon, who was my neighbor. Just coincidence.
I'm sorry. I would love this.
Yeah, honestly, it's the hook in the beginning is us drinking in my basement at the age of 14, and my friend who has no pulse by the end of the night, and that's how it all starts. And it was like the first time I had gotten completely drunk. He did live.
I'm hooked.
But it was it didn't involve my mom coming downstairs, and we were unconscious, and Ray was blue on a beanbag chair because we found like this giant fifth of Canadian Club vodka or Canadian Club whiskey that my dad won in a golf tournament in the 70s, and this was 1997. So it was just like we popped it open and we're like, what are shots? We had Dixie cups and we just started doing them. And the second that a whiskey shot hit me, it was the most heavenly, perfect, wonderful feeling I've ever felt in my life.
Really? But it's
Loved
disgusting.
it, dude. But the feeling that it gave me, I was like, this is it.
That's an opening to
it
a
was
book,
confidence.
dude.
It was everything. Like it gave me like all my insecurities went away once I first felt drunk. I was like, this is the thing I've been looking for. And that's how it starts.
Oh, wow. I'm in. I want to hear more.
Well, thank you. I will put it out.
You just Waterburger airported us.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
You got me sucked in.
I want to buy this book like right now.
Been dead for years.
Oh no!
Yeah. Cut back. The chair's empty.
Yeah, but
He's
that's
the blue kid on the beanbag.
But there's just a lot. There's a lot in there, like involving some really bad shit that happened, and it's like it's just,
illegal.
Oh yeah, but I mean, I don't. I mean, it's all been like out there.
Yeah.
So it's not like anything like horrible. I mean, the drugs and stuff and the drug dealing and everything. Yeah, I mean, that was absolutely illegal. But you're talking about ravers in the 90s who, used to go to firehouses that were abandoned and party. And there's just a lot in there that.
You could just say inspired by a true story.
Yeah.
Some distance.
Yeah, which is, I don't mind though. I don't think any of my friends mind. I mean, it was just. It's just hard to put out because there's some shit in there that, like, for me to write it down was cathartic. But then when I had somebody to read it, and they're like, is this fucking true? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, how are you alive? And I'm like, you sound like my therapist, which is really, it's dark, but there's humor to it, and it's my life, and it's my life up to a point.
Yeah.
So I definitely should put it out.
You definitely should.
Yeah. I'm trying to even remember what I called it. Oh, Party of One. So because it explains loneliness and also being.
I like everything about this.
Party, so.
I bet that would help a lot of people too. A lot of people that are in the same positions. A lot of people that, if the first time that they drank, or the first time they did a specific drug, or the first time they did something that they're like really addicted to, that gave them that same kind of feeling. Like, this is what I've been looking for.
Yeah.
Like, I think a lot of people would.
I think so.
Appreciate that.
And there's like that level of. I don't know. I think when I tried weed, it just added to the paranoia, but it made me laugh. Same with LSD, but like alcohol just was like comfort food.
Is there anyone that you're worried about, like their opinion, if they see themselves in the book and they know it's them? If they're going to get mad, or are you worried about that?
No. I'm worried slightly about the way a few people died and putting that in there and talking about what happened that night. And I want to talk to, and I know the families, but it's like, I think it's a very important part of it because it was a night that is burned into my mind for the, and it's a hard thing to put out, and I know they'd be okay with it, but it's also putting it out there because it's like, shit's available online. You can always look up stuff to go like, oh shit, that didn't happen. This exact, so, and a lot of the people even involved, so just different things that have happened for me to tell that story. It's from my perspective and my friends who lost their lives. And that's like the main thing that when I talk about it, I want to put it in there because it's so important to me, but I don't want it to be something that's done in any form of profit.
Okay.
That makes sense?
Yeah, I see 100% what it is.
So that's what's holding me back.
Okay.
I don't want to profit off of misery, my own family misery. And it's like, but I don't want to take that out because I think it's very important that people know what I felt, because this happens to people every day.
But you're also not profiting off misery. This is the story of your life. It's a whole, it's a conglomerate. It's a big thing. There's different moving parts. It's not one. It's, don't think like that.
I think the fact that you do think of it that deeply is already enough reason why you should do it. Because you're not just going, oh, these are great stories that are shock people and it'll like want them to buy this book. It's more about your experience and how that could improve other people's lives through that experience that you went through.
The intention's not to shock anybody. It's just it's very funny, but there's a profound sadness through a lot of it, and it's something that I feel, and I think the reader will.
Yeah.
And it's like, once I laid that out, I wrote it while I was staying in Anthony's house, because I'm like, well, we're in the middle of COVID. I'm going to start writing my life down, and
this guy keeps playing Call of Duty and masturbating. I got to do something else.
Screaming. Yeah. I mean, really, every time he kills somebody who's of an ethnicity, he's just jacking off. So we got to wrap up, though. But before we get to End of the World, where can we find you, Pantelis? Thank you for being the guest today.
Yeah, that was so fun.
Thanks for having me. It was a good time. PantelisComedy.com has all the links. I got 2 Drink Minimum every week with Mike Ward and Chris Ramsey. There's the Pantelis podcast, and I produce a number of other podcasts, The Intellectuals, many more fun stuff. PantelisComedy.com.
This weekend, you can catch me at the Comedy Cove in Springfield, New Jersey. That's November 17th and 18th as my career spirals downward. Also, you can see me at the Improv in Tampa, Florida, November 24th and 25th. And at the Syracuse Funny Bone, December 8th and 9th. That's Syracuse, New York, which I believe is the suicide capital of America. So come out and I can wish you a Merry Christmas and maybe give you a hug.
Yeah.
And save a life. Garrett, where will you be?
It's going to let that ride.
It's going to let that
hey, speaking of the Marvels, you can go watch a video that's better than the movie on Nerdrotic. I edited that video. I had a lot of fun making jokes and doing all that kind of stuff. So go check it out. It broke 1 million in the first 20 hours, which is crazy. So go check it out if you haven't already. Yeah, it's wild. And then Friday Night Tights on Friday.
You should mention this show.
I do on those shows.
Oh, busted. No. I'm talking about
you.
Dave.
Don't watch.
I'm talking
you don't
about
watch
Dave.
my shows.
I do, though.
What's at the end?
Talking. What's that?
What?
It's the end of the world.
Ow!
Okay, people are mocking billionaire Jeff Bezos after his latest photo shoot with Vogue. His latest, because it's happened before. I will say, though, that Bezos does have the ability to uniquely transform himself into whatever look he is going for. I'm going to go ahead and ask our panel, what is your favorite Jeff Bezos look, Garrett?
Gay cowboy.
Oh, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one. Angela?
Gay astronaut.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Space cowboy.
Yeah. Maurice.
Nice. Pantelis?
I'm partial to the homosexual Dr. Evil.
That is a good one.
Uh-huh.
That is a good one.
Oh, there he is.
There he is, right there. And I prefer the gay James Bond, or 007 Men and Me at a Time.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yes. Thank you very much for tuning in. We will be back here tomorrow, ready and waiting and wet.